You either is or you ain't. You do or you don't. You can or you can't. Or you will or you won't. Either way, baby, a good man, well, he's hard to find. Welcome to the One More for the Good Guys podcast, where good guys gather to shed light on the good life, the people, and the good things that make it that way. I'm Mike McGill with my co-host, Jamie Akins. Now, raise your glass, lend us your ear, and let's have one more for the good guys. Now, sorry, don't cut it when it's every other time.
Hey.
Hey.
I know you're going to do like the lightning round because I like that when I've been listening to your podcast in the past.
Well, but I need to talk to you about that, Dave. We're not doing that this time.
Damn it. But I do want to have one genre that we have to talk about outside of all the rest of them. I can lightning, but the horror genre. I mean, I grew up with Fangoria magazines. I wanted to be a makeup artist. I've loved all that stuff. I was leader of the JC's haunted house. Came up with like these ideas for stuff when I'd see them in the movies and stuff like that.
So you're Rick Baker
veterinarian. Veterinarian.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
you're a fucking weirdo, Dave.
Hey,
and it's okay because it's a term of endearment around the good guys.
So my favorite would have to be the first Halloween.
Oh, me. That's definitely my favorite.
Or
so good.
I'm gonna move up and then move back. The Devil's Rejects. I mean, is a great movie, and Rob Zombie has that weird way with that Sherry Moon.
That's his best one.
Yeah, and House of the Corpse is okay, but the Devil's Rejects is amazing, and like she's just crazy, and like she plays the crazy woman like perfect, and then you go back to the older ones. The remake of Halloween was not too bad.
No, it's all right.
And then that he did. I think that was Rob Zombie, right? Yeah. And then
he did the Friday the 13th one, didn't he?
No, I haven't seen that.
I haven't seen it either. But it's,
I'm not. Jason never scared me as much as like Freddy and Halloween.
Some bitch gets you in your sleep.
Yeah, I mean, Jason was more comical.
That's the scariest part.
I mean, and those were like,
and it especially became that way
at camp. They
campy
horror movies
got that way.
Yeah,
because they were like, holy shit, this is a hit.
Yeah,
here's 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
now on the production cog, but I'm with you. Now listen.
Mess that devil.
I don't like that devil
I know,
shit.
it's crazy.
You understand?
As I'm saying, I don't really do it either. I'm just saying it's scary when you're a kid.
Fucking A. Duh.
And your mom doesn't know you're watching it.
You push your mom off the balcony? Fucking Omen? Are you kidding me? On HBO? All I was supposed to be doing was watching fucking Cubs games, eating apples and peanut butter crackers and a glass of milk.
A nutty buddy.
The Omen fucking come on. Fucked me up, dude.
Sure, I'm sure.
And do you remember who the
fucked me
Damien?
Yeah, Damien. But do you remember who played it? Wasn't his daddy played by
Gregory fucking Peck?
Goddamn fucking Atticus Finch.
Yes,
Atticus
Gregory
Finch.
Peck.
Yeah.
Man, that was.
Yeah, so
for 11-year-old, that was
we're talking about because I have a lot of different versions that of stuff that I would consider. So, like, there's some suspenseful stuff that even,
that's what I got from Halloween.
Okay.
It was the suspense.
Well, not the violence.
And the drama
but like
and the
Misery,
visual storytelling.
I love that.
That's a great movie.
Well, she won an Oscar for that.
She's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, Kathy Bates.
That Gerald's Game.
Yes. I read that book.
Fucking hell.
That book is messed up. Yeah. So that book is even 10 times worse than the movie.
The only good thing about the movie is Carla. Ooh, no.
Who was the lady? Carla Gugino?
Yeah. That's what I said.
Yeah.
Were you not listening?
Is that the one, though?
Yes.
I believe it is.
One from that movie, Son-in-Law, with Pauly Shore back when she was young.
Edit that out.
Sin City.
Sin City was great.
Dude, she was hot.
That was great.
That woman, still hot.
Still.
Yeah.
So my mama, I grew up going to all that theater. I saw every Friday the 13th at the theater.
No, I
all
couldn't
of them.
do-
I saw every
No way.
Halloween at the theater.
No way.
And the reason Halloween is my favorite is, I mean, there's blood in it, but the camera angles, but Carpenter wrote all that music.
Oh, yeah.
too.
John Carpenter is perfect.
It's freaking
And that's
genius.
the best one.
Oh, yeah, that intro.
And the thing is that I know you've seen this meme. They're like, they do all four of the main characters. They do Michael, they do Jason, they do Freddy, and they do Saw. And they have the theme songs from them or whatever. And they say, who's the best? And it's like all the other guys and they're killing people. And it's like they're,
Yeah.
and then like all this other stuff. And then Michael Myers walks up to him and goes, and it's like, they're all like crazy. It's awesome. I love that.
Carpenter also did The Thing.
Yeah. Oh, and
I loved that too.
In the Mouth of Madness.
Yes.
That was a great one. That was a good one. That's with Sam.
I don't know that one. I don't think.
So it's kind of it's Sam. Sutter Kane was a book that they wrote and it went viral, like something like Stephen King, but the people who read it went crazy. So then like there's all these people going crazy because they're reading this book that went viral.
Right.
And so it's Samuel, what's his last name? Sam Neill. Yeah. And
Jackson, that's all I had.
Samuel Jackson.
Get these motherfucking snakes off this motherfucking plane.
Dude,
Sorry.
I just watched him in the Marvel movies. Katie and I have been catching up on it, and it was so good.
Oh, yeah.
He's Fury.
Nick Fury, yeah.
But all we could do was be like, which wallet is it? It's the one that says bad motherfucker.
I said that last week. Yeah.
Yeah, man, those movies, I'm trying to think. There's another one that I'm thinking of. What's the other franchise? There's another one.
Well, you got the Chucky franchise.
Yeah, I'm
you
not talking about Chucky the doll.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
No, we know that.
Halloween, Friday the 13th.
Isn't there another one I'm missing?
Halloween.
I
can't think of.
Well, the Day of the Dead, the zombie stuff.
Zombie stuff.
Dawn of the Dead scared the piss out of me. That
or
first,
Evil Dead.
where they were in the mall.
Mm.
Oh yeah, well, Evil Dead too.
That very first one.
Oh,
for its time.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck off. It's way too much, man.
Yeah.
You talking about They're Coming, Barbara, in the cemetery? The original one.
Yeah, where they're in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that's black and white. Too.
Yeah, black and white, and then they had to remake it. And
yeah, but the black and white one
it's
stands
more
up.
scary. And then
It's like Cape Fear.
Right.
The original one was just as intense as the one De Niro.
Gregory Peck was in that too.
Yeah.
Who played the Max? What's his face? I know De Niro and Nolte did it in the newer version.
Oh,
same soundtrack too.
Oh, really?
Identical.
No, I didn't
same
know that.
music.
God bless. I know this, but I'm gonna have to because
God, I can see his
Gregory
damn.
Peck.
I see his damn face. I'm looking right at him. He's in another. He's got a noir film that's long before that one. Called, I think, The Killer. What is that called?
I don't know.
God damn it! Every one of us.
I need
Where
my
do
ass
you want
beat
it?
for this.
Where do you want it? You get one fucking shot,
Peck
and all of us are getting it.
Nick knows
and we're giving it to each other.
The original
Robert Mitchum.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he was the crazy guy in it.
Yeah.
Fuck. Really good.
This
man.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's him.
So scary horror movies. There's some good ones out.
At any rate.
Okay.
This cigar is amazing, by the way.
What are you smoking? Go ahead and tell.
I just lit up an Avo Nicaragua series in a Robusto, and it's fabulous. Fucking fabulous. It's really good.
There's a show it's on MGM Plus, which you can get for like $4.99 if you go through Amazon. It's called From. And it's a current show. And you ever watch that show Lost?
No, I didn't.
I don't know the guy's name. So it's a black guy that's an actor. He was in Lost. He was also in a movie I really like called
Don't Look Up. Was it the same guy?
No.
Okay.
This guy has been around a while. He was in that movie The Edge with Anthony Hopkins and Alec Baldwin where they wreck in a plane crash in Alaska. You seen that in the bear chases them?
I think I remember that.
Pretty suspenseful motherfucker.
That's a great movie.
You better be making a list and text all these to me.
But that guy, the guy that's in it that cuts his leg, he's the main character in From, and he's a sheriff. He's a officer. And all these people are driving along, and there's a tree across the road, and they get out, and I'm like, I can't go anymore. And so they turn around and go back, and now they're caught in this like perpetual town where they can't leave.
They can't leave.
Man, and the first couple seasons, the like the villain characters are like these, scare the piss out of you, man. It's really well done.
First time I saw Hills Have Eyes.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and then the remake was even worse than the original. I was like, oh my gosh. All right, we can move on.
So what's the scariest movie of all time? You've probably heard this if you've listened, but
so my favorite is I like Halloween. That's my favorite. Scariest.
The scariest movie of all time worldwide, scared more people than any other movie, period. To me, it's not even close.
It's got to be Hellraiser.
No. Jaws.
Okay, yeah.
Nobody was afraid to go in the water before 1975.
I was so sad when they got rid of that ride at Disney World and
Universal.
Universal,
excuse me. Entire continent.
And now they have the big Jaws hanging up where it was.
I know. Well,
by the bar, and you can take a picture.
Yeah, that was a great ride.
It was a great ride.
I loved it.
Jaws came up to the boat, and it shot water up, and
it was a great ride. It's
like when they got rid of 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea or whatever.
That was actually Disney World, and you got to go under the water.
Yeah.
That was but it's the scariest movie of all time, and plus. It's one of the greatest movies of all time. Period. It's just top 5 for me.
Not to interrupt you, but this is caramel brownie fucking straight up goodness.
Well, write it down because we don't have any more of those.
Medium profile. It's just perfect.
Medium draw.
Oh, it's just
this
great.
cigar by Monte Cristo is pretty good.
Strong. And I'm telling you. It's sweet.
This is one of the AJ Fernandez blends, but feel the wrapper, touch the wrapper. It's like it's kind of like it's almost leathery. It's like I feel like I'm in my grandmother's Buick.
I think that's an Ecuadorian Sumatra wrapper on that.
No, wait. So you said From, and then what was the other one?
Scary stuff. Well, From's a show that's on currently.
But what's the older one that you said that was your classic? I just forgot.
Well, I said Jaws.
But I was thinking something else. We were talking about.
We said Hills Have Eyes.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. So the original or the new remake, they're both terrifying.
Oh.
And the second one. All right, we can get off the horror films, but that was I wanted to bring that up because I knew y'all were big fans.
Yeah,
and that was good. I wanted to get that out there.
I think everybody our age, and we've covered this a little bit, but I just really think it's so true is that getting to go to the movies was a big deal.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was a big deal.
You take your girlfriend to the movies.
You got ready to go to the movies. Yeah. You took your girlfriend to the movies.
Yeah.
Mom and dad are going to take us to the movies.
Or drop us off at the movies.
You used to be able to smoke at the movies.
That's true.
Mr. Fuji would take your ticket at Easttown Mall
that is
to go to the movies. You remember Mr. Fuji, the wrestler?
Yeah, I know him.
He took tickets at Easttown Mall.
Oh,
for years.
Okay. All right. So that's a good segue. So my dad took me to the wrestling in Memphis and also the Golden Gloves and all that. So I was there with handsome
I think my gummy's
Jimmy Duggan.
Oh yeah.
Coming to Memphis, Tennessee, handsome Jimmy Valent and the
Boogie
Jerry
Woogie Man,
Lawler
baby,
and the Moondogs, and then they had Kabuki. Do you remember Kabuki?
The great Kabuki.
The great Kabuki.
Let's not
So this guy,
fucking
for you people,
underestimate.
you young kids,
Hey, I'm talking. Let's not underestimate the great
How great Kabuki was.
That's right.
managed by Gary Hart.
Jerry Hart, who was a great evil
Gary
character.
Hart,
It was
evil
great.
mastermind.
It was so great.
Sorry.
And
Well,
no, that's where Andy Kaufman
That's what I was going to say. Andy
got
Kaufman.
his big start and did all the wrestling stuff. And Jerry Lawler dropped him on his pile driver
The
neck and got his
biggest work
collar.
in the history of wrestling.
Oh, man.
The
Really?
biggest what?
Work.
Oh yeah.
It was not a shoot. Everybody thought it was the real thing.
Mm-hmm.
And those guys, Kaufman kept it to his dying day. And Lawler kept it all the way up until maybe about 4 or 5 years ago. That was like, no,
He didn't
it was
break his
all
neck.
work. No.
Well, Andy
none
Kaufman's
of it.
parents at the funeral.
But he sold it. He committed.
Oh, yeah,
and,
he did.
Was an actor. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what those. It's that to me is what is missing from new school stuff is the story.
Well, and
Bobby Heenan didn't need. All he needed was a minute on the microphone,
right.
and you would want to kill him. You would want to smack the face off of his smile.
Gary
you know
Hart
what I'm
was-
saying?
Gary Hart's pretty close.
Yeah,
Gary
he was
Hart
good.
was
He was good.
incredible, but
But
he
Heenan
was.
But back then, I read something in their sweatbands. They carried razor blades for when it got to a heated match, and they would make a little cut on their forehead. And the more it bled, the more money they made.
Flair,
Ric
you ever
Flair.
noticed how he had just a teeny tiny little strip of tape and then another,
Yeah,
and he would do it on just certain fingers. But so when he'd be down, get hit and go down to the mat,
and touch his head.
you just touch it, and.
So the great Kabuki.
The great Kabuki.
Yeah, all right,
Yes,
so
I,
great
I
Kabuki.
wasn't going to let you forget. I wasn't going to hijack your story.
No,
'cause
you're
that's
good.
number one of being a real man and a good guy is you don't fuck up a man's story.
We want to be the good guys here.
That's right.
Because we are good guys.
That's right.
So the great Kabuki would go through a whole match with this green liquid in his mouth and not spit it out until he would do that dance and that stance. And he'd get up under them and then he'd spit it in their face. He did that. Yeah. Threw his hand up. And once they were blinded, that was it. And so I got to see all that in live right in front of me.
Oh man, that's so.
And Jerry Lawler pulling the strap down and all that.
And he was the king of Memphis.
He was the king of Memphis.
The
he
fucking
wore the
king
crown.
of Memphis.
And did the whole thing.
I mean, he lived the gimmick.
Yeah.
That's like everybody talks about. And bear with me because I want to ask you a question before we get into the whole shooting match here.
Okay.
But yeah, no, he lived the gimmick, man. I mean, Lawler was the king of Memphis, and in those days, there was a lot about the business that was hand-to-hand combat, like I heard Undertaker just the other day telling this story about Gary Hart
chairs
it
and
was
stuff?
on. No. So Gary Hart, Undertaker was telling this, or I said something about Gary Hart and his guest was Playa Teddy Long.
Oh, okay. I remember the guy.
Dude, back from Mid-South and, Crockett stuff, back NWA, way back, Mid-South Wrestling, that would come on cable TV.
Yep.
And that's, again, when the best baseball team ever played because of... And I've sent Jamie this text a million times. The reason I'm a Cubs fan, just... because he don't have nothing that cool to say about being a fucking Yankees fan. I just sent him a
Except
picture.
that we got 27 World Series.
Yeah,
Just
but
that.
nobody likes a fucking show off. But it's Harry Carey, you know? So this whole time I'm seeing baseball, I'm seeing everything for the first time. But wrestling was huge, and you could get the Superstation, and you could get the one out of Louisiana,
Saturday
and you could get Texas,
every day after
you could get
the
all these
cartoons
different
came on.
things.
Yep.
And it was mesmerizing as a kid, but I grew up going to the Coliseum and watching all this stuff. Like the absolute biggest man I've ever seen in my fucking entire life from front to back, other than Andre,
yeah,
was Nikita Koloff.
Okay.
From WCW days or early NWA days. He was, I mean, it was massive. When he turned to the side and was walking down, it was just like, not even, but just from the front of his chest to his back, you could have done that.
Right.
It was 38 inches.
And you see it.
That's
and
about
like,
3.5 feet right there.
I got to wrestle that.
Yes. Wrestle.
Yeah.
And he was a goddamn monster. And he sold the gimmick, you know, when he went to buy beer at the convenience stores, you know, he spoke like the fucking terrible Russian accent, you know. I mean, committed to the bit. But Kaufman, and Memphis, fuck Kaufman. I mean, that was incredible, but Memphis was a hub. It might have been the birthplace of like
the showmanship and like all that. I mean, they were carrying around.
They wrestled every
Jim
week.
Duggan with that big old 2x4, and the Moondogs had Bones.
Yeah, and
like Kabuki. There's somebody we were forgetting. Well, Rowdy Piper was in Memphis. And I'm not talking about
everybody was in Memphis.
Yeah.
No, it was the hub. It was the town. It was the place you wanted to go.
He turned me on to, you got Peacock?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's still on Peacock now, but you know, Netflix has got that new WWE deal, so they may be moving it to Netflix.
They're doing it on Mondays.
I think it's even on Hulu too.
I'm going to surprise my boys and just take them to one of those WWE things without watching the show.
Yeah.
Because they've never really seen it.
You better get a cosigner.
Yeah, they're big bucks.
Unless you want to walk out there with their noses bleeding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a territory show on Peacock or Hulu?
It's on Hulu.
It's on Hulu.
Tales from the Territories.
And one of them's Memphis. And man, they're all great. But the
So
Memphis
good.
one's probably the best.
Yeah.
Memphis or Minnesota.
And it's
Well,
all
that's what we're
wrestling for
talking.
that.
I mean, that's what Memphis was.
Minneapolis was
Memphis was New York of the South.
Yeah.
And even more so, I think that could actually be said in reverse. New York was the Memphis of the North.
There you go.
Yeah, I think that's actually more fitting and truthful, because it's like, you know, they filled the Memphis Civic Auditorium, 11,000 seats every Monday for however long.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's incredible. The storytelling that's got to be going on. The bullshit.
Backstage, they're like, well, what if I do this?
Yeah.
Well, you got to do this.
They were talking about when Kamala came into Memphis and was wrestling Jerry, the King. And, you know, and the King was the champ. And back then, you know, all the monsters or the heels, you know, would just go spend, you know, a couple of months in Memphis or 3 months in Memphis, depending on how long they could stretch the angle and draw money, you know. But there was one night that Kamala had, and I don't know, his name was something like, you know, Larry Johnson or truck driver trailer or something, you know, but he went on and was just a good old country boy, you know, and
Kamala,
but this big black giant, this large, humongous, large, it was bigger than life monster. And he would wrestle Lawler for a stretch there in Memphis. Well, Lawler seen him going down the interstate or the highway one day and turned around and got behind him and turned on a police light because you're the king of fucking
you got
Memphis.
one, right?
You got one, right? Yeah, exactly, Dave. And so they're going down the road, and he pulls him over and he instructs him to get out of the vehicle and back away from the left hand up,
He doesn't
right
know who he
hand.
is yet?
No,
Oh.
Kamala has no idea, nothing. And backs him all the way up to the trunk of the vehicle, and Lawler is standing underneath him, and he's still got his Kamala garb on. And he looks back and he goes, "Oh, Jerry." It pulled a rib on him, but he thought he was dead to rights, But that's what we miss.
Yeah.
Kamala, it's on one of those territories things, but he cut himself so often that he's got scarring.
Oh, that's
I'm
Abdullah
sure.
the Butcher.
Oh, that's Abdullah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I said.
The
The
butcher.
one I saw,
for
they said
Christ's
that
sake.
they got more money if they bled.
Oh, yeah. In a lot of cases, for sure. It went from like years to years or decades
sure.
to decades.
And then HIV
And it would
came in,
change
and
And they're like, none of that.
I can't do that shit.
None of that anymore.
Yeah. Well, that and just like hepatitis C and
Yeah.
staph.
Yeah.
Rolling around
All
on
the
that
things.
fucking mat from
God.
Charlotte to Greensboro to Winston-Salem to fucking Thomastown, West Virginia, and back through Pittsburgh. And yeah, in a week.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Every time
Yeah.
y'all start talking about, playing.
I love wrestling, man. I'm an old school head.
Man, I was into it
I can
until
talk
I
some
wasn't.
shit.
And then I don't keep up. I mean, of course, I love, The Rock, and I love,
When I go to Chad Husky's house and drink beer and talk, they bring me out a fucking, I don't even know how to describe
Stein.
a mug, and it's thick glass mug, and it's like this tall from the bottom of the table. And it has a picture on the side of it, and it's Andre the Giant.
Andre the
And
Giant.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
he's the best.
I'm
dude.
drinking beer tonight, boss. Sorry.
I was trying to
Okay.
think. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No.
After you.
I was trying to think of another one that was in Memphis, but
Well, one of the big
Yeah.
things that was in Memphis and was back before the color barrier, before segregation, even and during the times of segregation in Memphis, where it might have been the center of the universe for that, for a certain year period in time, and Memphis wrestling played a huge part in segregation. There was a babyface named Sputnik Monroe. And,
I don't remember that.
Yeah, this is way back. But Sputnik Monroe, and I've heard Tim Lee talk about it.
oh, okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, look how old he is.
Miss you, Tim.
Yeah.
Down, was he in Texas now?
Mississippi.
Oh,
He went
Mississippi.
back home. Yeah.
Mississippi. Excuse me.
Yeah, we love you, Tim.
What I was going to say is
But
that
he refused. He was the biggest draw. I'm gonna get through it. He's the biggest draw in Memphis wrestling at the time, and like I said, 11,000 every Monday night.
Mhm.
And this was, way before, this was black and white TV.
Sure.
During segregation, and Martin Luther King
Yep.
shot in Memphis, and Macklemore. I mean, this is in the fucking midst of it. And Sputnik Monroe would not wrestle until they said that the blacks didn't have to sit up in the rafters. So he
That's awesome.
integrated wrestling with being able to have black folks be able to come down and join the matches. So
kind of a Ray Charles move there.
it was a
wasn't
very, and this guy's white as, white lily, but he had that much juice. He had some pull and was able to get things changed. So it was funny.
It's amazing when you can get
All
that if
the
you're the
soap opera
superstar.
stuff of that these days, but
Well, what I was going to say is that every time we talk about playing a lot, or y'all, I play 200 shows a year, whatever. And then we start talking wrestling. I think, man, these guys, they're doing that same thing, except they're fucking. God. I mean, no wonder they're broke down and crippled when they're older.
Yeah, man, no way.
Because that old wrestling's fake shit. Well, ain't none of that athletic stuff they're doing fake.
No,
flying all over the place
and off the ropes and running and all that on the cage
I
matches.
fell today, and I might be done forever. You understand? They fall on their back every night.
Yeah,
where we're doing,
I think when we're touring,
doing shows every night, and
we did Wednesday through Saturday. That was basically and we would come home for Sunday and Monday and head out on Tuesday. That's basically what I remember. My biggest tours were with the Wilson brothers. Love you guys, Chad and Kyle Wilson. Bunch of Southern rock, great songwriters, great guitar players, great guys, human beings, and Brian Lee. And then of course that's where I met Fred Hurst, and he's a killer guitar player. He's still in Nashville. He's played a couple with the Dead Ringers and stuff, and local musicians around here know him just because he's coming to town and played. And but he's Dutch, and he's a big old dude. You want him on your side at a bar fight, and in
case a scrum breaks out.
So he toured with me and Brian Lee, and then the Wilson brothers, and then came and played some shows with it. He was on that AC/DC tribute we did with the Dead Ringers. So, but speaking of Jonathan Sexton, so I wanted to plug this if you don't mind.
I was just getting ready to say,
So Wayne Stock,
plug everything you got
coming up on the 29th, 30th, and 31st, I believe, which is that Thursday and Friday and Saturday. There's tons of bands. It's super awesome and local. It's like y'all's show with the Christmas Spectacular. It's like a reunion of friends as far as musicians go, and
all coming together for a good cause.
Yeah.
Each year there's a certain beneficiary of the cause. We've had a few deaths over the years, and some has went to their families, and others have went to I think the Joy of School, Joy of Music School. And then into individuals who've suffered hard times and or hardships, or life-altering hardships over the past year. So it's a wonderful thing. And
thanks for doing all that, Wayne Bledsoe.
Yeah, absolutely. No, Wayne's been on the podcast, and Wayne has been the Ayatollah of rock and rolla since I've known him.
That's good. I like that.
Wayne's a good dude, man, and very kind soul, and has done a lot to help so many people throughout the years, myself included.
And we've all played that more than once. I've played it twice.
I think I've done it once back in the day, but I can't remember who I played with at the moment. Might have been like the Super Jam at one of the end of the nights. And then, so this one is Jonathan Sexton, the Big Love Choir, and it's on the Friday of the Thursday, Friday, Saturday. But I would highly encourage you to come to all three shows. It's going to be awesome. And
it's a good time.
Multiple bands, five bands a night, basically, if not more.
I think this year's beneficiary, I know Karen Reynolds is one.
Yeah. There was
another?
There was another one I read I can't remember. I think
Lath.
Well, no, I know that Jody's playing.
Yeah, they got the band back together.
In memory of Lath, but I don't think there's any money or anything.
I don't either. I can't remember. I can't believe I brought that up, and didn't know.
Miss you, Lath.
Yeah. We were talking about it the other day, and, one of the things is that you could leave behind that so seldom do is the fact that you never heard anybody say a bad word about Lath.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's a pretty damn big accomplishment.
I'd have to say
as a
that
human,
myself.
Especially with somebody like that everybody knew or had.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're a musician in town, you knew who he was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
and for that many people to know him, and I never heard a negative word, not one ever.
No.
So
I was just trying to see if I could find it. There was, I thought Wayne put something up.
well, and he told us too, and I just don't remember.
Did he tell us?
I think so.
It's been a while ago.
Yeah. So that's end of this
I don't
month.
remember.
I'm looking forward to it. And I had we had a couple of rehearsals that went really well. Cruz is on keys and Josh Hobbs on guitar, myself on drums and singing LD, and of course Johnny, and then Brian Garvey on bass.
Y'all going to do all the old,
the oldie stuff and like 4 of the new ones.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, this post on
Or
Wayne
from the
Stock's
new album.
Facebook from 9 hours ago is about Lath.
Yeah, that's the one where he's talking about
Which,
when we all came together
Yeah.
to do his when he first got diagnosed.
Mhm.
And then there was like a bunch of musicians that got together and played a show for his medical bills. And then he mentions Wayne Stock and Jody.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's in there what it benefits. I'm not sure. That's what I was looking
haven't
at.
found it yet, but
Well, any rate,
That's the next thing coming up for me. Besides tomorrow, which this won't air till tomorrow. Smooth Sailor will be at Scruffy City tomorrow. So
oh, yeah.
yeah.
That'll be old news.
But I'll tell you, them boys, the Smooth Sailor and everything, it's been a honor. Like, we've had extra vocal rehearsals outside of the band rehearsals just because those tunes, like Little River Band and everything, those are really hard vocals.
There's a reason why a lot of people don't try to do those, Dave, because they're fucking hard.
Yeah, we had to spend a lot of time outside of the band rehearsals to just get that stuff down.
poster says under the Thursday date, a tribute to Lath Kalani
Yeah.
in it, but I don't see anything else about. There's a lot of posts. I didn't read them all.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't
I
matter.
mean,
It's all good calls.
it's going to be very well vetted and people that actually need help that's from our community. I mean,
Agreed.
it's what they've done every year.
Yeah.
So that's it and that's that. But the last weekend of January, is that right?
January 30th through the February 1st, it says right there.
Oh, is it? The 30th is Thursday, and so 31st Friday, and then
All right.
I just know we're on Friday at the end of the month. I don't know what day it is.
Well, where else can and you're playing with you play with another group as well.
So I have the coveralls.
Still doing the coveralls.
Man, I'm telling you, it's the longest running band I've ever been in.
Yeah.
And
That's cool.
I'm going to age it, and it's going to be 25 years next year.
Man, as long as you guys are having fun.
And there were many times that we did stuff that where like Joe calls and leaves a message on my answer machine that says, "This is the end of Joe and the coveralls," because we like rolled his car after a rain or something back in the day. And then of course Smooth Sailor with all those guys, super fun tunes. A lot of work goes into that band. And then Dead Ringers is my second longest running band at 15 years. And that's with Andy and Matt, Andy Campbell, Matt Reynolds, Andy on drums, and Matt on bass, and Saban Tatboring on guitar. And we're mostly Zeppelin, but there's a lot of 70s, Beatles, Queen, Pink Floyd. Yeah. And Hendrix and stuff.
Yeah.
And so I love that band.
So you're leading all these. You're singing.
I'm on the coveralls. I'm singing lead half the time, but I'm behind the drums on that one. And then whoever's not singing lead between Pat and I, there's 3 singing drummers in that band, which is Pat, myself, and Andy. Sometimes Andy will come up front for a song and I'll play drums, but whoever's not singing lead between Pat and I plays auxiliary percussion and sings backup or auxiliary keys. And so
you're able to swap out.
We swap out, and that saves our voice to be able to do more range.
And we talked about this way earlier, but that's one of the, being a fella who's got 4 good eyes, that's appealing to this side of the microphone.
Yeah.
that's
because they don't have to hear one voice be lead all night. You know?
Well, not just that, but there's life, there's movement.
Yeah.
You know, you guys are swapping out. Oh my God, did you say he's now
tag out? We actually tag out like on like
that's a big deal to people that don't know music or don't.
Yeah.
I mean, again, that side.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can see. I love that aspect. I loved it in bluegrass that you actually featured. It wasn't just you singing all the lead songs. You'd say, now calling up her fiddle player, you know, from blah, blah, blah. And, you know, and giving him his time.
Yep. Agreed.
I loved all that. So, and I always thought that was, especially when we started working one microphone and we were moving in and out and things were choreographed.
All around one Omni mic.
And it was choreographed, you know. Really cool.
Wait, did you have a drill? Like,
well, I always moved left. I didn't work in any other direction other than left, because I've got the guitar and the headstock's pointed.
Oh, pointing to the left. So I see. I got you.
So I stay over there, mind my own business.
Gotcha.
The banjo player always came up to the left-hand side of the mandolin player, who would back out as he would move in, you know, and then the mandolin would come in behind him and play the backbeat. It was very choreographed.
That's awesome.
You know, and only a few different ways that you can move. So,
and you got to be playing and singing the whole time where you're doing.
Yeah. Let's get
a lot of work that goes into it.
Hey, man. I had an old timer tell me one time, he said, come in there like a biting sow when it's your time.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I mean, again, they're there to see a show, give them one.
Well, absolutely. And that leads me to a question I've been wanting to ask you. But is, in those certain bands that you're playing in, how does it feel? Or is there any kind of process that you have to go, like, we're going out here playing the hits from this particular type of thing? We're going out here and playing the hits from 10, 20, 30, you know, whatever. Do you find yourself having to have a certain type of mindset to be able to do that? As far as does your creative itch get scratched enough that you're relishing in this because you're busy? Yeah.
That's a good question. So like, it feels different between each band and there are some members that bleed over and from each band that same guitar player, same drummer, or same bass player, or whatever.
Yeah.
So people that I've played with for 20, 25
for
years.
Sure.
And so you get to know those people and what they're going to do on the next bar down the chart. But of course we don't play with charts much. You know,
but you all must have some kind of like understanding or some kind of universal speak.
Like here on this song, we're going to hit on the and of 4 and then come in on the and of 2.
Yeah.
You know? And I know that if we have a sub, he's not going to know that because I played with you for 20 years and I know how you are going to do it. So
no, if you're playing with me, it's all about the moment.
Yeah.
It's all about the night.
Yeah.
Throw all that other bullshit out the window. Yeah. Grab you a fucking A chord and everybody listen to each other. And here we go.
You hope.
Let's have some magic.
You hope everybody
listens. Well, no, that's the key to it.
But each one,
I'm sorry,
each
Dave.
one excites me. But in different ways, as far as like one night I'm playing drums for the coveralls and then maybe I'm singing, 70s with the Dead Ringers, but then I do the one hit wonders with the Smooth Sailor guys. And it's really cool because the harmonies in that band, we work on them so much that I like to present that. It's just like being a chef, and you present your food that you cook. This is what we've been working on. And I hope you enjoy it. If you don't,
do you guys rehearse? Do you send?
we have
song ideas. You had to send
we
emails, videos,
all that
stuff.
Yeah, and arguments.
Yeah.
I'm not singing that song ever. Of course you're not. It was a joke, Dave. Oh, I didn't know it was a joke.
Oh. Some things you can't
Somebody's like,
interpret.
we built this city on rock and roll. I was like, no, we're not. And I was like, that's the worst song ever. And they were like, Dave, it's a joke.
Everybody knows that's bullshit. We did not build this city.
You didn't build it.
Not this city.
Yeah.
Let's be specific here, because you're being specific, saying I'm going to sing this.
Yeah. And I was like, no,
not this city.
No.
I think that would be my reply. Not this city.
Not this one.
Dummy.
Well,
I think that's very cool, and the reason I ask it is because, there's sometimes you have to, like I said, I think I ask it the best, that you're doing enough that your creative itch is getting scratched.
oh, I see. Okay. All right. So I played in a bunch of original bands, and it was super fun. I love coming up with my own beats and doing my own thing and making sure everybody's happy with where that direction's going. It just came to a point to where I had to pay all the bills playing music. And so I had 6 different cover bands, 6 different genres.
Yeah.
Excuse me, to feed the need of whoever age group wanted to see whatever kind of band.
Whoever's playing, you got to have something to give them.
Just call me, and I'm okay right now.
Good.
And I was like, just call me, and I probably got somebody that you want. And then if you want country, I got this other band. That's
right.
Called Mike McGill. Yeah. And then so, but you
have actually turned me on to a few gigs.
And so I
appreciate that too,
of course,
man.
anytime. And the thing being is that, like, you get to a point to where if you're touring with original music and then you get tired of touring and you got to find something else to do. And then I was luckily being the road manager for 20 years basically prepared me for the real estate business, just more lucrative and more paperwork, but a bunch of yeses, nos, and objections and everything else. So the jacket fits, and I'm in my 8th year of real estate.
Yeah.
Team of 3 that I love those girls. More than anything, we've all been family for over 10 years. And
where can people find you on that?
You just Google Dave Campbell Team Knoxville.
You heard it here first.
Well, yeah, or go to facebook.com, Dave Campbell Realtor.
For our long-time listener, first-time guest.
That's right. And so, it's my day job, and I like it a lot, and we love our clients. And actually, just ask Jamie. I've done 5 deals with you.
Yeah, probably more with me than anybody.
I was about to say. Yeah. You might. Yeah. I think you might be number 1. I appreciate that. Thank you.
I was early on, too.
You were.
Oh, God. We'll never live that one down.
And the reason is that Dave sat in with us and played, I think it was a refills gig.
It was.
We
played
Barley's.
A gig down at Barley's one night. We came down here. You had us at your house.
Yeah.
For a little rehearsal and get together and talking, getting to know. You had some cool.
I got some good posters.
Yeah. Well, you had some good, cool posters. You had some good beer lights.
Oh, yeah. I got a PBR sign and Miller Lite sign.
Yeah. But the one, we know the best one.
The Miller.
Yeah.
I like.
Duh.
With the steak on it.
Come on. Look where you're at.
My dad got me that one. That's right. That's
I know.
Right.
I remember the story.
That one.
But yeah, and I can say this about Dave. We came to that show. I remember it. We kicked off with oh my gosh, what was it? It was a Jimmy Martin tune.
I can't remember.
It was yeah. It was hold what you got, I'm coming on, baby. Hold what you got, and don't mean maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thinking about you, and I'm on my way.
Yeah.
I remember that.
That's a great one, man. We did a hell of a version of it. Somebody got it on video.
House, don't
Wreck the car. Stay there, honey, right where you are.
I love that song.
Oh, what you got? I'm a coming home today. Jimmy fucking Martin.
We should pull that out.
That's a good one, man.
It's a great
It's got
song.
good harmonies.
It's that bounce,
and
that
you can-
ride.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a good show. That was a good show.
It
we
was.
had.
It was fun. We should do that again.
Yeah. Well, cheers to that.
Cheers.
Well, I was sitting here thinking about different ideas, and I'm very when I was asking those questions about that type of deal, I was very inquisitive by asking them and wanted to ask them the right way. But I mean,
if I never had to play, sorry if you like this song, if I never had to play the Escape Pina Colada song again, I would be fine with that.
Yeah.
But a lot of people like that song.
Would it be okay if you were caught in the rain?
Piper calls the tune, so
Hey, and we're getting a big callback here. Sooner or later, everybody pays the piper.
That's right.
That's one of Roddy's big classic
Pays
lines.
Roddy.
Everybody pays the
All
piper.
right, are we going to do the fire
favorite
off?
Christmas.
Oh, wait, movies? Or my favorite personal Christmas?
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite Christmas, Dave? Since you've rushed us along so fast.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I imagined you had a speedy response.
No, that was caught me off guard.
Not so much.
I guess it'd be one like the first one where the kids were aware of Santa Claus and like being, 3 or 4 years old, and it would be where they were coming home with my mom and having 2 Christmases, one here and one there. And so that would have been when Oscar was 3 and Jonesy was 6.
Yeah. How old are your kids now?
10 and 13.
How are they?
Awesome. Jonesy's playing saxophone, and whenever he learns, and whenever he gets Careless Whisper down, he's getting up with Smooth Sailor, and he's going to play it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. He's killing it. He's doing really well.
Very good. Are both of them interested or just the one?
Oscar, so they both play drums.
It's Oscar a Grouch.
Yeah. Oscar
Do
the
you
Riley.
keep him in
He's Oscar the Riley.
Do you keep him in a trash can outside
Oscar
your
Riley
garage?
Campbell. So they're both, his name's John Stanwood Campbell. We call him Jonesy. So they both had their great grandfather's middle name, or first names is their middle names, Riley and Stanwood. And so they both kind of play drums and piano because whenever they fight, I make them go down there and you spend 15 minutes on each and then switch. Whenever they get done, they're like peas and carrots because they take out their aggression on the drums. I'm like, you can't hurt the drums. Beat the hell out of them. Who cares? And then
Is that your 57 Chevy Gretsch kit?
I do have that Gretsch kit.
Yeah.
That blue.
You don't want to beat
blue
on that one like that, do you?
Yeah, but it doesn't leave that room, so the heads don't matter. You can change out the head.
Right. Gotcha.
It doesn't have a scratch on it. It never leaves that basement. So the that's 57 Chevy Bel Air.
I mean, come on, man.
I love that.
With?
I love that kit. And then, but Oscar can sing in key without hearing the music. And that's how I know he's got the ear, because I've heard him sing something. I'm like, sing that again. And I go listen to it because it's probably a song I don't know, some kid song or meme song or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's the right key. And I'm like, attaboy. But, I don't want to push it on him too much because I don't want him to drive. I want him to want to do it. And I think that's why he chose saxophone, Jonesy, because I'm a drummer and a singer and he sings, but he was like, I want to do something different. And I was like, okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Great.
Good.
Yeah.
All right, I'll be faster. Not everything needs a story,
No,
Dave.
Dude, you're fine. Totally fucking with you, Dave. Dave's not here, man.
Dave's not here, dude. Man.
Well, that's a great Christmas memory of being able to know that
there's a picture.
Not only does Santa Claus stop once, but he stopped in 2 different spots.
That's right.
For those boys.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how could that be a bad
in one
Christmas?
night? But we just happened to come a few days later.
That's what I'm saying. The importance of what, if you heard a kid telling you that, hey, not only did Santa stop at my house? But he also
at my Mimi's house.
at my Mimi's house twice.
Yeah.
I would have been that kid. I would have been like,
let me tell you
twice.
Yeah.
I got it twice. How great
They're
is
lucky,
Santa Claus?
lucky kids.
Yeah, no,
But I'm the lucky one. So,
of course. Best vacation. What's your best vacation?
easy Disney cruise right after the Rona all let up.
Oh shit!
It got canceled. We were the people that were down there about to board when COVID hit that cruise ship out there, and they shut down the world. And
Probably
canceled.
would have affected your answer.
Oh yes.
Tonight. Dave.
So 2 years later, fast forward, if you don't cancel, they give you time and a half or money and a half, whatever it costs. We got half of that plus on top of that, which Katie and I used for massages and champagne and chocolate. And it was 60% full. It was the first one back where where we didn't have to wear a mask. I mean, pirate night, we dressed like pirates, and I'd never been on a cruise. I was 42, whatever.
Yeah.
43. And I'd never been on a cruise. And so my first one was a Disney cruise, 60% full. Got our own 24-hour service right to our cabin, whatever. What do you call this thing? Your
cabins.
I
your
guess
bunks.
it is. Yeah. And
your bunks are in your
so we get
cabins.
on the top and we got these swords.
And the old cook came on board and said, "Fellas, it's been nice to know you."
And we had lightsabers, and I have a video of us all dressed as pirates having a lightsaber
All right,
battle.
listen, Dave. Lightsabers.
Yes.
Fuck it.
I swear, I got a video.
You got me.
I'll send it to you later. And then there's nobody else but us because it's only 6% full, and it's like 10 at night, and it was the dance party was down there by the pool where they cover the. It was awesome. Yeah, Disney cruise, easy. Because you know what? I had my teammates working the phone. I couldn't get service, so I had no out. It was just me and my family.
Yeah,
and that was it.
No, that's a good feeling, especially when you got all the important shit covered.
Yeah,
it's like, yeah, this is good.
It was good.
Best fair food.
Corn dog, man.
Yeah,
foot long,
absolutely.
With mustard on it. And it's got to be. It's either got to be. Well, it can be one of those side shops, I guess. But I really like what's the orange Julius one?
Denton's.
Denton's. Yeah,
it's got to be Denton's or Jimmy's. I won't eat no other corn dog anywhere.
They're awesome.
Well,
period.
You do know that
the fair's always on my birthday, so we always go.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I go for the damn little ducks. That's the only reason I go. Go down that little slide.
Coming up and getting.
I used to go to cook funnel cakes and corn dogs, and
I had to get a Philly cheesesteak, and I was disappointed.
Yeah. Well, Jimmy, back in the day, back when it was Nan Denton's,
that's way back. I don't remember that.
Yeah, it was probably. Yeah, I mean,
founded in the 50s.
It had to be like either late 50s or early 60s, right?
Yeah.
But Nan was like, 3 days older than dirt and retired out of it and sold her portion to Jimmy with the original corn dog recipe, with the original,
Nice.
And to this day, Jimmy still orders those fucking weenies by brand, by name. And, who knows if anybody else even uses them.
Yep.
And the mix is the Nan's recipe from back in the day.
They're both good. Denton's current corn dogs are good too.
Yeah,
it's the only place I'll go. I won't buy them anywhere else.
No.
Covered in mustard.
And hand dipped.
Oh, yeah.
Ain't fucking around with no frozen bullshit with a goddamn easy bake. Who gives a fuck where you got it from, Carney? Sorry.
That's all right.
Face. If you could live in any decade, which one would it be?
70s.
70s?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could totally see you in the 70s.
Easy.
Best book you've read?
Pass.
If you could live
I read, but I read a lot of horror shit, and I don't want to be like,
if you could live anywhere.
Knoxville, Tennessee, baby, with my family right now. Go Vols. I bleed orange.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. You
All
damn right.
The force is strong in this one.
That's right.
That's why we need to hit the transfer portal. NIL. Oh, sorry. If you can meet anyone in history, who would it be?
John Bonham.
All right. For those of you that don't know, the Led Zeppelin drummer.
Yeah. Or like
original drummer.
Like I met Elvin Jones, so like Philly Joe Jones, or like one of the great, or Miles Davis. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Jimi Hendrix, something like that. Iconic.
I don't know that Miles is somebody you could just sit down and have a talk with.
But what if he had lived and he and Jimmy had done something what if Jimmy had lived and they'd done something together? They were talking about it when he was died, right? I thought there was something, read something about that.
That would have been something.
All right. So you've got a lot of Knoxville ties from being here in a very influential age and growing up here, meeting so many of your closest friends now from here. What restaurant do you miss the most?
In Knoxville?
Yeah.
Or wherever. I'm saying Knoxville.
No, it'd be here. I would think here.
I'm going to say Knoxville. I mean, he fucking said the Big Orange, okay?
Yeah.
Is the most...
That's a good question. We've never asked anybody that.
It was the most...
It's because of the whiskey, but what is that Italian place? And I love your restaurant. I loved yours. Your lasagna would beat my mom's, which is amazing. And
Empire Pizza, Naples.
And the Empire Pizza, awesome. But what was the place where they sold the building? It had the blue room. I had
Naples.
That was my favorite. That's gone. Now I love Savelli's, but
wasn't the same.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Savelli's is good though.
Yeah, it is.
Can't get in there. Ain't no room, but
yeah. You got to make reservations.
Yeah,
way ahead of time.
Show up right when they open.
Yeah.
What was your first car, Dave?
My first car was a B22 Mazda Cherry Apple Red pickup. So, but I love. Okay, so that's a stick shift. That's a whole nother story that would take another hour because it's I had a low riding club boat called Below Clearance. So I had 18 speakers.
Really,
this is when the country boys, I worked 3 jobs that summer.
Yeah.
And I my guy that was in McKenzie that did all my
riding in the air conditioned traffic.
That did all my
tractor.
That did all my
one at the donut shop.
My speakers was using it as a demo truck for his shop, and he said if you work on it with me, he'll give me half off. I flex toned the dash. We went to shows. I had an 8-ball on the stick shift. I mean, spray painted gauges and all the stuff, man. Lights in the back.
Did you go to Lindsay Ward and have and compete with the? Remember when Lindsay Ward
decibels?
Yeah,
decibel meter. I had 180.
God,
too short.
We couldn't sit in it because it would make your heart skip a beat.
Man, those Mazda trucks, those 2200s and 2200.
That's
okay. Yes, 2200.
B2200.
Man, they ran forever, but they would, as my father would say, they would pull a greasy string out of a cat's behind.
Now, maybe I'm just pulling that number out of my hat, but it was really high, whatever it was. And they said you couldn't sit in the car or your heart would skip a beat if it was full blast.
Yeah.
And that was because I was his show car. He gave me a lot of amps and stuff.
Sure.
And so for me working the show, I got a lot of free stuff. But I worked 3 jobs that summer, and I love that truck.
Yeah. Was it 22 or 2300?
22.
I think they had both though.
I think they had a 22 and a 26. The 2600 had a V6 in it, I think, and the 2200 was a 4.
I think.
So y'all
and that was back when they had something going on with Ford, wasn't it? And they were.
So they were a Ranger.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, I mean. That's all there was to that.
So while we're looking this up, you read a lot of horror books. I read a lot of horror books.
Really,
I'm taking
kind of said it to just kind of tie it all back in together.
B2200.
I really don't give a fuck what 2000 it was.
B2200. That's what it is.
Are y'all with me?
Yeah.
I think so.
And the 2600 came out later. So horror books. Yeah, I'm a big book reader myself.
Dean Koontz.
You like him?
And I like a lot of Stephen King. And then I like the you ever read The Eyes of the Dragon?
I love it. It's one of my favorites. Read it in 7th grade.
So awesome. And then like
freshman year.
The Something in the Woods by Dean Koontz with deer, crazy deer.
They wrote one together too called
can't remember what the
I got a bunch of Stephen King books that are not horror that you've not read them. You need to. He's better, in my opinion, at the non-horror stuff.
And I've got.
Are you taking over?
I've got the hardbacks. Sorry, I'm sorry.
I got to pee.
Yeah, I'll take over.
We got the hardbacks on there that I have all of them down in my basement. That has like I've got Carrie. I've got Gerald's Game is messed up on like compared to the movie. Yeah, it is.
Salem's Lot.
Pet Cemetery.
Pet Cemetery is scary.
It's really good. Misery is so much better than the movie.
And which is crazy because the movie's great.
Movie is great.
Movie is fantastic.
Great.
He wrote a series called the Mr. Mercedes trilogy.
I love The Stand too.
Oh yeah, Stand's great.
Stand's great.
Yeah.
What's the other one with Blaine the train? Is that The Stand? No, The Outsider. Or whatever. No, it's called something else.
The Outsider's a newer book. It's pretty new.
Yeah.
And it had a series.
Starts with a D.
What's it about?
The Western one. But it's got Blaine the train in it. Oh, I have to look it up.
The Gunslinger series?
Yes, Gunslinger.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. There's 7 books of that.
Yeah. The Gunslinger series is amazing.
So, favorite movies. Give me 3.
Goodfellas.
Yeah, okay.
Pulp Fiction.
It's a pretty good list. 3 of his best movies.
Oh yeah.
Third one, either like Heat or something with Robert De Niro and Al Pacino against each other.
Val Kilmer's in Heat.
They are Val Kilmer. They got a bunch of those where they're against each other.
Yeah.
And of course, Godfather 1 and 2. I don't like 3, but I like all of that stuff.
Are you caught up on Landman?
Yeah.
How about damn Andy Garcia being in Landman?
Yeah.
Crazy. He was in
fun.
Favorite actors?
Maybe Al Pacino or Robert De Niro. I would probably go also. I like Clint Eastwood.
Me too.
Oh, yeah.
And I like, and if I'm watching, we're talking about.
He said that like that was a bad answer.
No, I just meant like.
No, I know.
People don't think about him anymore. And I'm like, he's awesome.
Yeah.
And like, I mean.
It's one of the greatest directors to ever live, too.
I just watched a movie the other night he directed, and I was like, he's still directing?
Go ahead. Make my day.
You feeling lucky, punk?
Yeah. I mean, damn. Favorite wrestlers?
All right.
You better be careful.
It's going to be old, so I'm going to go Randy Macho Man Savage.
Oh, yeah. The Macho Man. Yeah.
What a genius.
I mean, I didn't necessarily like Jerry Lawler, but he was the king.
Rain rises to the top. Yeah.
Yeah. Ric Flair. I mean, one of those guys. And I like the Memphis guys. So, I mean, the Moondogs and Hampton and Jimmy Vallet coming from Memphis, Tennessee.
Oh, hell yeah.
I mean, he was awesome. He was, when I was young, he was like.
Very good. Very good. I approve of all these.
Oh, good.
Well, there's so many of them that worked babyface and heel, so they were, they could act. you know.
I'm listening.
Do you have a favorite sports moments?
Balls championship.
Yeah.
But also, well, because I was in college here, we took the goalpost down the Cumberland, you know, and ended up with a $500,000 TV camera in the river. You know,
Yeah,
that was
When
a
they beat
great.
Alabama.
That was not. Oh well, I was talking about the '98, or when we beat Florida in '98. But the Bama was amazing.
yeah.
I mean, I wasn't there for that, but a lot of people were, and I obviously watched it on TV, and everybody went crazy.
Well, there was a few great ones through that stretch, you know. That obviously 98 would have been, but I mean,
Florida
like
game.
you were there at a lot of them too, being there for
Peyton
94.
owned
but I wasn't
in
marching
person.
then. But I wasn't marching on that. But Peyton's were
No.
great.
But before that,
Yeah.
even leading up to that,
Peyton owned Alabama
Yeah.
from 95, 96, 97.
Yeah.
I don't think they beat him in 94.
Well,
but
goddamn 97 SEC champions right there, hanging on the wall.
beat both Bama teams that year. didn't
Hell
they?
yeah.
Picture.
Favorite beers.
Well, we're drinking the champagne and beers, so Miller
sure.
High Life. And then I would say, and for domestics, I don't like Coors Light, but if I want to, I don't really drink beer that much. I drink more wine and tequila. So mine would be, I like Heineken, St. Pauli Girl, like Stella, like Jeremy,
Skunky shit.
stinky, skunky beers. That's what I
Yeah.
like.
All right.
I'm not a really dark beer drinker.
What's your favorite album?
Oh, that's hard. I can't even tell you that.
Albums. We'll do
Okay,
plural.
well, I'll do decades.
We'll do plural.
Okay, all right, good.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
So
Sure.
70s would be like Led Zeppelin 2, I would think. 80s would probably be Appetite for Destruction.
Best
Maybe,
debut rock album of all time,
yeah.
in my opinion.
Maybe, when was 1974 by Van Halen? When that come out? With that Angel,
74
or 72. Angel, whatever it is, with the angel smoking a cigarette.
was 84.
84. Sorry.
Yeah, I was
I
like
can't believe
70.
that. See,
That was in
whiskey
84.
doesn't do well
Yeah,
for me.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you said yes. And I take a man at his word.
It's
Dave.
fine. No, it's cool. So yeah, I mean, that's a great album. You can hate on me, but Hysteria by Def Leppard is an amazing
Oh,
album.
I love
Yeah.
it.
That's like every
Mutt
song
Lange.
on it.
Mutt Lange produced
mean,
it.
Every
My
song on that
favorite-
album.
My favorite album of theirs was High and Dry.
Oh, okay.
God damn, that first record,
Yeah.
man, was like, it was good. I mean, Hysteria was great too.
Sure.
I had it. I bought it.
Hysteria was poppy. More poppy.
I've got both those on.
Yeah, it was just different sound.
and
That's all it was. Same
Pyromania
guys.
was such a good one.
Yeah.
And
Right?
yeah. And then if we go to 90s, it'd have to be like Pearl Jam's Alive or whatever that is called. I don't know what that album's called.
10.
10. Yes, that's it. I'm glad somebody's got a good memory around here.
Name one Pearl Jam album. 10.
10.
That's all I got.
Jeremy.
That's right. That's all I got.
That's all I got.
What's your favorite Saturday morning cartoons?
Oh, Looney Tunes. That's easy.
Yeah. Any second place? Honorable mention?
Batman.
So many good Saturday morning
Yeah, I mean,
cartoons.
But Looney Tunes,
Looney
is
Tunes
like,
is my favorite.
I mean, what's your favorite muscle cars?
72 Chevelle, baby.
1990 5.0 Mustang.
Yeah, I'd have it. If I had I don't think I have a picture of that one, but I do have a picture of what I'm going to find, and you're going to laugh at me. But go ahead.
Favorite candy bar?
Reese Cup.
Mm.
Second by Snickers, I would have to say.
Did you follow NASCAR? Did you ever get on the NASCAR
Only when we started
bandwagon?
betting on it in college. So
Okay.
I was more.
Who's your favorite driver? Doesn't have to be now. I mean, it's anytime.
I mean, everybody likes Earnhardt.
Not everybody likes Earnhardt.
The number 3. But
I don't fucking like Earnhardt.
I like Randy Petty. Richard Petty, excuse me. Yeah, you were about to laugh at me. You were about to laugh.
I was going to let you bury yourself on
Richard
that
Petty.
one.
Excuse me.
I was neither
Just because he had the best mustache and hat and everything. But, I actually like, everybody hated Tony Stewart, but he was such a good villain on the track.
Absolutely. No,
Great driver.
Tony.
Yeah.
Driver, too. Just great driver.
And
no, for sure.
that's about it, really.
He hates Dale Earnhardt, but if he was going to start a racing team, he'd pick Dale Earnhardt, as would anybody else that's got
I
any
can't see
common
that
sense.
far. I say Charlotte. I can't. Oh, Hamlin?
You'll see that Texaco car
Hamlin?
sitting over there.
Hamlin. The
I can't
fuck?
see.
That's all right. Just stop it,
I
Dave.
can't see that far.
You're
It's a small
embarrassing.
picture.
You're embarrassing me.
It's a small
It's
picture.
I
Davey
know it is.
Allison. You
It's-
can't,
Davey
you
Allison.
can't see the helicopter in the corner, but
Next.
it's
Oh.
Top 7 movie themes.
but it's there.
Next.
I'm
Your
big
favorite movie
big Star
theme.
Wars fan, so
Yeah.
anything by Lucas or who's
John Williams.
Well, John Williams.
But here's crazy trivia. You talk about weird trivia shit, and I thought about this when you talk about singing high songs because
Yeah.
y'all do Toto songs.
yeah, oh yeah.
Guess who the lead singer of Toto is? John Williams' son.
Right now.
Original.
Original.
The original Toto
Okay, I
singer
didn't know that.
is John Williams, the composer's son.
I did not know.
I heard that today and looked it up a while ago while we were talking. Sure is.
That makes sense.
Wow.
You're talking about a singer.
Yeah.
God almighty, man.
Oh, hell.
That Toto stuff is just.
That and
I mean, it's
that,
way up there. I mean, we have to do those in a certain part of the set. So
Not first song, I bet.
no. But I mean, you also can't do them late because
Right.
your voice is ragged.
Yeah.
So,
What's your favorite stand-up comedian?
okay. So there's been a resurgence. I like. Let's talk about new and old. So I love Louis C.K. and what's the bald
It's
headed
like
guy?
Burger King, Dave.
Bill
You can have it your way.
Burr.
Bill Burr. Yeah, but old school. I like the stoner guy that's like. I was waiting in line and they called for the frame party of 2.
Mitch Hedberg.
Mitch Hedberg. And then the frame party 2 and they didn't do it. So they went Campbell party 3 and he's like, wait a minute. What happened to the Dufresnes? Are we worried about them? Where are they at? Why is there not a search party going out with helicopters? You know how he talks. And
Yeah.
And then of course I like the old ones like Richard Pryor and what is Robin Williams and stuff like that. Like and those, there's a defined. It's almost a different genre of comedy if you go from those old years to the new years. Like, I mean, obviously they have to speak on the times, but like some of them are really clean, some of them are really dirty.
Yeah.
You know, just depends. I think.
Well, different times,
Yeah.
like you said. Favorite Christmas movie
Ooh. I'm gonna say.
or movies?
Yeah, I mean, Christmas Story is my favorite, and then
No,
it's
there
got to
you
be
go. Set
Christmas
easy.
Vacation.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
I love Chevy Chase in that movie. It's
You serious, Clark?
best. I mean,
It's
Are you
live.
serious, Clark?
those are real nice, Clark. Real nice.
Horror movies.
Well,
I think we covered
Yeah,
it.
we covered
but
horror movies.
I wasn't listening. Sorry.
We can edit that part.
Maybe not. Yeah, I'm not even gonna ask you that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta find this. You're gonna crack
Mob
up.
movies.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking
Goodfellas.
Goodfellas is probably
Yeah.
my top, and then like Heat and all those.
So many good
Yeah.
ones in
There's
that
so many good
genre,
ones.
man.
Yeah, I mean the whole genre, and I mean I could sit there and rewatch the whole Sopranos.
Yeah, but your favorite is Goodfellas.
Yeah, Sopranos is really good too. I mean,
Yeah.
the series. I mean, it is what it is, but
Superhero. Who's the best superhero in Dave Campbell's eyes?
can I include new and old?
You do any fucking thing you want. It's your list, Dave.
All right. Old.
We're not going to judge you.
Superman.
We may make fun of you.
Because it's it's Christopher Reeves.
Yeah.
And then when you get newer, I'm a big Iron Man fan. I like Iron Man. But if it's classic, it'd have to be like Batman or Superman, Spider-Man.
It's your man. Which one is it?
It's Superman.
Yeah. All right.
Speaking of Batman, if you've not watched The Penguin on
it's so good.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah. Favorite dessert?
I have two, tiramisu or creme brulee.
Nice. I like both those. Good guy approved.
Sweet.
Pun
intended.
Movie villain.
Ooh, villain.
Yeah.
But like superhero, like fiction.
No, just the fucking villain, the bad guy. No, opposite of the good guys.
Joker.
The Joker
is my favorite villain.
Pretty good one.
Because he's crazy. And like he has no rhyme or reason to doing what he's doing. Now, I will say that dude, it's not the Punisher, it's the guy that blows up the floor of the Coliseum and he looks like the Punisher. What's that guy? It's in one of the newer Marvel or DC movies. I can't think of.
Who plays him?
He talks like this. And he has that face, and he's got the. Sorry, that was terrible.
No, that's good.
He's got that mouth that thing on his mouth that comes out. It looks like the Punisher, but it's not the Punisher.
Bane?
Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah. Tom Hardy.
Yeah, so so he is like, he's totally evil in that. He's like, I don't care. I'm going to kill all these people.
Yeah. What's your favorite Christmas carol, Dave?
Christmas carol?
Yeah.
Does it have to be something everybody's singing, or can it be? Well, then
it's yours. Yeah.
It's the Christmas song. It's the one I wanted to do with you guys.
Yeah.
The, Nat King Cole.
Yeah.
Written by Mel Torme.
Oh, was it?
Yep.
Old Velvet.
I guess I didn't know that.
If you'd watch Night Court, you'd know that. You remember that Harry, Mel Torme was on that show several times. And Harry, the judge, was the biggest Mel Torme fan. That was part of the show.
Well, his picture was hanging up behind his his desk behind the judge's office. And every once in a while you'd see it and it'd have like googly eyes on it and it went. You remember that? Yeah. Or his mouth would drop open.
Yeah. That was a great show, man.
Great show. Favorite video game, Dave?
Oh, now I'm a gamer.
Yeah. Still your pick.
Damn it.
You're still
I'd have to go. I'll just go Solid Snake, like
Metal Gear.
Yeah. But if I was picking stuff from like, PS5, I would be like Assassin's Creed or, I like playing Fortnite with my kids.
Red Dead 2, man.
Red Dead Redemption is amazing.
And Witcher 3.
Yeah. Those are awesome for today's games. If I was going back, Commando and like, what's the little dude with the gun that not Metal Gear, but something Gear. Or one of the older ones, not like, where you Commando, you're going across the screen this way. It's like one of those.
Commando was the straightforward one. Contra was this
That's
way.
What I was thinking. Yes.
Up, down, left, right, BA start.
BA start. Yeah, I got that.
Yeah.
Never had anybody say Defender.
No.
I love Defender.
I mean, that was fun.
That was a good one.
You can play all those games
my favorite,
pretty much from Super Nintendo back for free.
Yeah.
Online. And Defender is one of my favorites.
I'm trying to think what that other one Megazord? Metroid. Yeah. I love that game.
Yeah. That's Meg's favorite game of all time.
Yeah. Well, that was a great game.
Hard as hell. I never could be.
It is really hard.
Movie hero.
Which is a rare thing these days. We've had that talk, but it's an anti-hero is popular now. But
man, I don't know. Take a look at that.
Holy shit. Is that the Mazda?
That's it.
Oh my God.
lowered ground effects. You could get your hand and this underneath.
And the whole bed is speakers.
Yeah, the whole thing.
Show them the deal. Show it to them.
Oh, yeah. Below clean. Crazy. Ridiculous. Yeah.
What's your favorite ice cream flavor, Dave?
Easily chocolate, but I like cookie dough too.
Favorite ice cream place in Knoxville. I've been giving this place a plug every chance I get.
I've heard you plug it, but I don't think I've ever been. It's in Sono. And then so I'm thinking, I mean, I like the one by my house because it's right there.
Brewster's.
I do
too.
But
Sugar Queen Creamery, man.
What's it called?
Sugar Queen.
Sugar Queen. It's in South Knoxville.
Yeah, it's basically across the street from Kroger.
Is it where that one used to be with that closed with the
Case?
ice cream?
No.
Yeah.
No,
Case was good. I hated it back in the day.
If you go right across from Kroger, it's where the old florist it used to be. Post office is over there. It's up on the hill.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's seriously. And I'm a Cruise Farm fan.
Sure.
I'm not shitting you. Go
I
there.
like Cruise Farm milkshakes.
Go to Sugar Queen. You're going to be like Jamie. Seriously, it's the best ice cream I've ever had.
All right.
And I'm a connoisseur.
You are. I'll go.
Yeah.
I'll take your word for it.
Telling you.
He ate the Atomic Hot Fudge Sundae in Chicago.
I saw the picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
They give me hell
Might be
over.
the happiest I've ever seen this.
I'm still. It's one of my fondest memories of all time. And I'm
It's a
eating
pretty good one.
And the people next to me are in their 70s, and they got one each.
One each.
And I was like,
yeah. They said, "Fuck it, we want some ice
if
cream."
I'd had a damn chef spoon, I'd eat it with it.
Dude,
That's how
this
good
place had a. I know I've said this a million times, but it's impressive.
Yeah.
It really
It
is.
had a neon banana split.
Nice.
You're the right place, man.
What is it called again?
In neon.
It's
A
named
banana
after a
split.
lady. I can't remember,
okay.
like Mama's Place or
I'd have
some
to look
shit.
it
But
up.
God, it was good.
Who's your favorite NFL team, Dave?
When I was a kid, it was the Cowboys because the only money I ever won was on a ball board from my dad's job. And then when I got older, I'm a Packers fan, and they're sucking right now. But but I'm also a Vikings fan.
They made the playoffs.
And
But you know who also is sucking besides the Packers? The Cowboys. That's
yeah,
Oh, they're sucking on
getting ready to
a lot worse.
hire Deion Sanders. Looks like.
yeah. So I would have to go if I was looking to this
McCarthy's
year.
one of the Bears.
I'm pulling for the Bills or the Lions.
Yeah.
That's who we did an episode earlier, and that's who I picked to be in the
Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Oh, who's going to be Chiefs then?
I think the Bills are.
Bills.
Yep.
No, you're like no, McGill's like no.
They probably won't. I mean, the Chiefs are good, and Mahomes is good, but I think that Allen. I was telling him, you know that Josh Allen's got over 60 rushing touchdowns. He's not that old, is he?
Do you know that Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs could? No, and I'm not even
It's like
being
a
a smart
monopoly.
ass.
I thought you were.
But no,
Dude, felt that way, didn't it?
but they're, could possibly be the first team ever in NFL history to three-peat.
Yeah.
Oh,
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, that's true.
Of course you didn't.
Very,
That's
very.
why I
So they're
posed
pulling
the question.
hard. Like
But you know-
being
Well,
history.
I'm just saying. I mean, I think there's a lot to gain and a lot to lose if you're Jared Allen.
Josh.
I think Josh Allen. Who the fuck?
Well, who were they were playing?
I think there's a lot to lose with Lamar.
Yeah.
But man, until you beat those fucking Chiefs,
Well, the other
that's
night
just kind of the way
it
it
was
is.
like before when they threw the game like 30
Yeah.
to something, they did that because they were already in the playoff.
Yeah.
So like I didn't know that until somebody told me, and I
Yeah.
was about to bet like on DraftKings, and they said don't.
Yeah,
They're going to throw
you
it because of and I was like, oh, and I totally bet against them and won. But I was like, because it was like,
Yeah.
I didn't. My friend told me, he was like, because I wasn't keeping up with it.
They were 15-1.
Yeah.
And they were like,
yeah, we'll just keep our good guys in healthy shape and
yeah,
play the third string.
yeah.
You talking about the last game where Denver beat them?
Yeah, Denver smashed them.
Well,
But that's
Denver,
'cause
and they also cost the Bengals playoff spot. That bullshit too, which
They
should
did
have
on
been
purpose.
should have been in a better place to get in there. But there has been a team three-peat, just not with Super Bowls, and it was your Green Bay Packers. They won.
Yes.
They won the first two Super Bowls, but they also won
Correct.
the one before that.
Nice.
Pack.
But you know
Go
who did?
Pack.
You know who did not three-peat? The Dallas Cowboys.
They did not.
I was the 80s. I was like refrigerator Perry and like Too Tall
Oh,
Jones
absolutely.
and all that.
Yeah, I was. Everybody was a Cowboys fan when they were little.
Yeah,
Everybody.
I mean, my
That's,
dad gave me that helmet because I won the ball board
Yeah.
for Christmas.
And
was
I
like,
hate to say this on the air to have it recorded, but they do have the best uniforms still.
I mean, big old star.
That star on that helmet. I mean, it really is. I hate those
It's
bastards.
not just a logo, it's a rating.
That's right. One star.
Yeah. You know
Hey,
who has more rings than the Cowboys does? J-Lo. That's who.
Hell, she got more rings than Tom Brady. Close.
It's close, but
There's
not
a new
more
show.
than.
We talk about it all the time on the air. There's a new show called Landman on Amazon. It's Billy Bob Thornton.
Oh, yeah.
It's fantastic. But Jerry Jones, the owner of the Cowboys, has a spot in it and
He
does a
texted
damn
me.
hell of a job.
Yeah.
Somebody told me today he did that in one take.
I'm
one
sure he
shot.
did. He does it. The fucking live radio show interview every Monday.
But you did come out
Because
of
Jerry's bigger than the star.
that. Didn't you come away from that, though, thinking more of Jerry Jones than you did?
I came away
did.
from that physically ill and repulsively. Ugh.
That's how he came away from that Cubs-Yankees game we went to, too.
Uh-huh.
Not so
Because
much.
Yankees.
Not so much.
Those
That
Yankees
was,
won.
that was
Won
kind
that
of
one.
given.
2-0. Yeah. Shut 'em
Off of
out.
2 earned runs. Unearned runs.
Oh, unearned.
Unearned. Off of 2.
Hey, wins a win.
Is there life
Yeah.
on other planets?
Dubs.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Where'd that get you?
That's right.
To the fucking Dick Clark
One
celebration
and
where
out.
you drop the ball on New
That's right.
Year's Eve?
Won it out.
Yeah. Go fuck your mother. Is there life on other planets, Dave?
Yes.
Is old music better?
Yes.
Bigfoot?
Yes.
Sitting too close? No. Is karma really a bitch?
Oh, yes. Much more than I would believe in Bigfoot. Bigfoot can kind of go here and there. I think it's, depends on where you are.
Bohanna said it best. It's more fun to believe in Bigfoot.
I agree. Because I just saw a shadow,
Razor blades and candy.
No.
Did you ever get that?
I did get it, but no. We never found that shit. It's like when people during the AIDS epidemic, they were saying they were putting hypodermics under the
Oh,
gas
yeah.
Yeah.
fillers and you get stuck and
Yeah.
no.
Is late Beatles better than the early Beatles?
I like all Beatles. I decline to answer that question.
Is vinyl really better?
Yep.
Do blondes have more fun?
Nope.
Are dogs and cats really colorblind? No, this doesn't matter. Does the full moon make people crazy?
Yes.
Magic, real or
Real.
real?
Real.
He was very convincing, and
Well,
looked me
because I could show you a
and
magic
looked
trick
me
right now.
directly in the eyes when he said it. No, I whoa, hey, whoa, wait a minute. Did we go to the moon, Dave?
I don't know about that one. I'm going to believe yes because I love Buzz Aldridge, but like all this conspiracy stuff that comes out later, I'm like, what am I supposed to believe? I'm going to believe what I originally believed. So
Right.
the answer is yes.
Okay.
Kubrick filmed that shit. I'm telling you right now. Happened.
What about the mic drop that you get in that one picture where the mic comes down from the studio?
Tell me.
That's what I'm saying.
Like-
There are a bunch of conspiracies out there.
Yeah.
But I'd like to believe
Room 26. Is that what it is? What is it?
It's 127, I think.
there's some things you have to
Or
have faith
something
in.
like that.
That's close, Dave. Afterlife,
Yes.
ghosts.
Yes.
Do you have a ghost story or
I
encounter?
have a couple. It's getting late on school night. I'm supposed to be there to put them to bed, so I'm gonna have to.
We got 4 more questions.
My-
you want to tell your ghost
She's
story?
texting me right now.
Mama,
How's it going?
handcuffed
No.
by
Room
hillbillies.
237. Sorry.
No, I think
You want to share your ghost story?
no, it's nothing big.
Aliens, did they visit the Earth?
Yes,
Is the Earth round?
of course.
Do hit men exist?
Yes,
Are all men created equal?
yes.
Are Cuban cigars better?
I don't smoke cigars.
Perfect.
No, they're not.
That's it. That's that. Our buddy Dave Campbell.
Love you guys.
Look him up online at.
You can search on Instagram for the Coveralls or Smooth Sailor or Dave Campbell Team Knoxville for real estate buying and selling. We love our clients, and I really care. We all care on the team. We just want our clients to be happy. So, and the Dead Ringers are also on Facebook, but we coverallsrock.com is the only website. DaveCampbellTeam.com. It's real estate. That's about it. You know, when you're in all this stuff and you're in I have to shamelessly promote all the time. So I have like my personal page, then my band page.
You need a link tree.
I have one.
Okay.
I have one, but it's like when you talk about it in person, you have to be like, this is my personal page for this band, and then a business page for the real estate, all that stuff. So, and it's okay. I'm okay with that. I've been doing it my whole life.
Yeah. Well, if you have any of those needs or want to go see a good show, go find anything linked and or related to Dave Campbell in Knoxville, Tennessee. He's one of our favorite guys.
You guys are the good guys.
Much respected. Yeah, well, we're getting there. Much respected guest that we've had and peer of ourselves. And Dave, thanks for coming up.
Thanks for having me. I
Thanks for
appreciate
being
it.
with us. Answering all these silly questions.
It was fun.
Sharing good thoughts and good times. Folks, be kind to one another. Doesn't cost a dime to be kind, but there's always a price to be paid for cruelty. So be good to one another, love each other, and tune in next time. Do you want to do another one? You heard it here first. Cheers, everybody. One more for the good guys.
See you guys.
I'll be gone in the morning before the sun comes up, with me and my weenie dog and my pickup truck. And either way, baby, a good man, it's hard to find. I said, now either way, baby, a good man, it's hard to find.